Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 7 Week 6 Day 5. So of course, we had two pretty big things happen today, both of which we actually covered a video for in time before this stream. One of course was the mythic that we covered earlier this morning. It is in the Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests and event keys, oddly enough. Of course, normally it's only in everything except the event keys, and obviously not gold keys, but you know, Glory Gem Guild VIP chests. However, it is currently a Nexus event, and she is a Nexus Mythic, which means she's actually in drop table. There is a 0.11% chance to get her from event keys. She's definitely around, that's how we got her during the video. So definitely very much possible to get her through event keys, though keep in mind you only have today, tomorrow, and Sunday. You can get her again in 2 weeks in event keys, though, when it's Nexus again, but only when it's Nexus can you specifically get her from the event keys. And of course, on Monday, that's not going to be Nexus anymore. It's going to be some other event. I can't remember which, but it's not going to be Nexus. So if you want to do it that way, you have 3 days. If you still want to get her through Glory Gem Guild or VIP chest, you have 6 days, pretty much until next Friday reset. Overall, she's kind of average. Main reason you'd want to get her is she's the only mythic that exists in Nexus, meaning that when you can get to 10 stars or power level 10, which is the same difference, power level 10, 10 stars, same exact thing. But when you can finally get it to 10 stars, it will require owning a copy of her to get it to 10 stars for that extra armor. Yeah, extra armor, so for like Rowan builds and stuff like that. So do make sure to get her, because if you don't have a copy of her, well, you can't get it past 10, and it'll be stuck at 9 for quite some time. Anyways. In other news, of course, we also got something else coming in today. A new power gem and a new faction. The faction came in with a new power gem. We have the Umbral Nexus. This is the faction that just came in earlier today. It has a special power gem called an Umbra Star that ends up counting as a yellow-purple, so basically the exact inverse of a elemental star. An elemental star is a green, red, blue, brown that counts as the 4 colors, or you know, that destroys an X shape. And the Umbral Star ends up destroying in a plus shape and counts as yellow-purple, and of course gives +1 to both yellow and purple when matched as well. So overall, it's an okay gem. Obviously nowhere near as good as Elemental Star or Wildcard. Well, then again, there are some instances where Wildcard can be better than, where an Elemental Star can be better than a Wildcard. However, for the most part, this new gem is going to be a bit weaker since it only counts as 2 single colors and still has effectively the same amount of destroys as the star with the X shape. However, plus might be a little bit easier to kind of determine where is going to be destroyed, since plus is a lot easier to track compared to an X. But overall, they're not going to be as good as Elemental Stars, just not as much synergy on them, there's just not as many troops coming in with it. As far as the layout of the faction, it's pretty straightforward. It's just a circle. You'd go over here and then wrap all the way back around if you're doing every single room. If you're looking for treasure rooms, there's a guaranteed treasure room right here and right here. And those are the only 2. There are spots that can also be treasure rooms, however, they're not guaranteed. Only these 2 are guaruaranteed. That one right there and that one right there. And aside from that, rush method is obviously to start here and then just go straight to the boss room there. So a 4-battle rush. And speaking of that, that is what we're going to be starting with. Also, tributes ready. Let me go grab that, if it will load. That was weird. Come on. It just went from a loading screen to another loading screen. There it goes. But yeah, we're going to be starting with that and trying to get deeper. We are currently at 400. Our goal is to get to like 490. And that'll probably be the main goal of this stream, other than getting everything else done. We're currently just doing a rush method. We just did a video actually about a half an hour ago that covered all the teams that we are currently using. So if you want to copy paste any of them from there, they're all over there. However, this is what we've been using for a good majority of the time, just a kind of standard insta-kill Iron Get Zugov team. So nothing really too different here. Luckily, the meta is usable here. I'm not aware of anything that's quicker than this. There might be. However, it works so quick that even if there is something quicker, this is quick enough. Let's just keep going. And we're at 400, makes it seem like they're almost at nothing, because almost everything we have is insta-kill other than skulls, which eventually get up to insta-kill because we steal enough stats that our skulls actually do eventually start one-shotting, though not initially, of course. Anyways, hello everyone, hope all of you have been having a wonderful day, and hey, it's finally the weekend. Hello Ricardo, hello Barbara, hello Mister, hello Tyrion, hello Bill, hello Roman, hello Dr. Shrimp, hello Gerudo, hello Andrew, hello William, hello NASA, hello Isabel, hello Michael, hello Logic Slayer, hello Ricardo, hello Peter, hello David, hello Rogue, hello Tyrion, hello Jason, who have I said hello to? Hello Bushka, and hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so we have an elemental star there. I'm going to completely ignore it just to get full mana and then win. And oh, I can't target you directly. Now I can though. And dead. Oh no, we missed. Luckily they're frozen, so it's not as big a deal. Also, you have like infinite stats, so not too big a deal. They can hit us like 5 times and you're still not going to die. 1,000 HP in armor even after getting hit. That's pretty funny. Hello Rockhound. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, overall, faction's pretty average. Oh yeah, there's also a weapon nug added. It's basically Sun and Moon, but free. So Sun and Moon is a weapon, though it is a $5 money-locked weapon. It used to be free, or, you know, you used to be able to get it with in-game currency. But in the current state of the game, you can only get Sun and Moon with money, $5. However, the new weapon that was just added today is basically just Sun and Moon. I even compared it in the video, and it actually has 2 higher damage, even with no boost ratio, compared to Sun and Moon. So it's basically just Sun and Moon, which is kind of nice. So now anyone who doesn't actually own Sun and Moon basically has a copy of it. Not exactly that weapon, but, you know, they have... the new weapon basically is Sun and Moon, essentially. Just by a different name. So that's kind of convenient. I do think Sun and Moon, like, ever so slightly is better. But, it's not really that big a deal, because in most instances, you're not going to be using either. But it's a nice alternative if you don't have it, if nothing else. There are some occasions where you might need exactly a yellow-purple foil-y weapon. That situation is almost never. But you never know. There might be some weird composition that eventually requires it. I know I've used Sun and Moon occasionally over the last, like, few years. And when I say occasionally, I mean ever so occasionally. It's actually one of the few money-locked weapons that actually isn't completely horrible. But now we have it for free, basically, with the new book that came in with the faction. So that's pretty cool. I'm thinking Pure Faction should be somewhat easy. Though I haven't done it yet, so I'm not sure. We will be doing that tomorrow night. We will not be getting around to that tonight. However, the main strategy is spam this thing like crazy. It has a small mana drain, so you can use that to preemptively try to drain the biggest threats on the opposing team. The biggest threat when you're taking out the Battle of 4, I'm pretty sure is their... I want to say their tank. Theoretically, their biggest threat is actually the lifesteal thingy. However, you can't target the lifesteal thingy because of stealthy. So the biggest threat is probably the tank, so they stop gaining durability. And so you can actually do skulls a little bit more effectively. And then after you kill the tank, you probably want to kill the legendary, I think. Oh wait, why did I target the one that has immune to devour? In all fairness, most of his team is immune to devour. Which there's only one that isn't. There we go. That is the one that isn't. And there we go, we won. Obviously, we can't insta-kill there, but I'm doing it for the poke damage, and now he's dead. Oh, now he's dead. Because you can use him just for his actual damage. That's very rare that you do Iron Gut for that purpose, because his damage is rather underwhelming when he's not devouring. However, you can still do it. He does poke for some amount of damage, especially with all the extra magic potions and everything. Or, you know, the potions giving him stats. It's a sizable amount of damage when you have that many potions. Outside the context of factions, it's not as much, because you're hitting for, like, what, 40, not even. But in the context of factions, when you have, like, 100 extra magic or something, or not 100, but, you know, a lot, like 70, 80 extra magic or something, can make a pretty big difference. Also, we're currently running with, 5? No, 7. We're currently running with 7 tier 7s, and level 156 faction. Oh, I just realized, when you do the final battle, the Void Wisp is actually in first slot. So yeah, highest priority is take skulls and kill their tank. Because what's else really going to do much to you? This thing's going to just like look at you and pretend to do any amount of damage. The only way you could get some really, really good value, though, you'd have to win super quick. Kill this before he casts a single time. Because if you're running with potions, this wouldn't matter if you're doing it without potions. Though everyone right now is probably running it with potions, obviously, if you're running it. But if you're running it with potions, it might actually be highest priority to specifically kill the Darkborn Warlock. Not because he's good, but because if he does scatter damage, he's going to remove the barrier of your entire team. And if you kill him early, he won't be able to remove your barriers. Meaning that the only way he's going to be doing his barriers one at a time with Void Wisp. So the strategy might actually just be to, when using potions, kill third slot, the split damage, and then worry about their tank. And if you can get every skull, pretty much take every skull, because their biggest threat's their first slot, but you can't target the first slot due to stealthy. But yeah, overall, that seems kind of straightforward. Depending on how low your stats are at a given time, it might be a little bit harder. But with potions and everything, I don't see this one being particularly hard. The only real threat is the lifesteal guy. Like, that's the only thing that can really kill you. And it might, because that's stealthy. So it's going to be a while. The only way you could really deal with them is get really lucky with a lot of skulls early on. It's like the only way. And what's unfortunate is the tank does not actually gain skull damage, so you can't try to kill it early that way, which is kind of unfortunate. Because I just got finished eating. And my throat is still like all warm from it. Because it just got out of the oven. Then I ate it immediately before it cooled. Because if I took my time, we wouldn't have started the stream until like now. So I somewhat overly quickly ate it. Misjudged how much time was left. Let's see. We'll take that, take that. And he's already... Oh, no, no. Now he's dead. Oh, nope. I'm not sure why I was like, oh, it'll do triple damage because he's burning. Not how Iron Gut works. So that'd be kind of funny if it did. Though, in all fairness, he almost always has enough damage to one-shot anyways. Yeah, the lifesteal one's the main thing that's going to mess you up. If there is anything that's going to be annoying in this pure faction battle, it's going to be the first troop lifestealer. Because you can't do much about it. Like, luckily it isn't first slot, so at least you can skull it. But, you can't do anything to target it directly. And there's nothing in the kingdom that can, like, hit it indirectly. Well, technically you could with split damage, however the split damage troop is so absurdly bad that you're not going to bother using it. Its damage is just way too low. If it was like a Rowan level of split damage, then yeah, we can make that work. But it's not. It's a really underwhelming version of it. The only reason you might want to prioritize it first is because with potions, he'll break all your barrier. And if you kill him early, you'll be able to maintain all your barrier. But yeah, that thing's going to have a lot of stats, especially with 20%. It's going to be a little hard to break through. But once it's broken through, you just win. In regard to pure faction, that is, of course. Obviously, with the normal battle, it's a cakewalk. If we're just killing it with anything. Also, I find it really weird that the weapon that we got for this kind of wants you to use it with the new power gem that came out today. However, the problem with that is, when are you ever going to do that? Because you can't do it for the pure faction, and when else are you really ever going to be having that power gem in your team? Like, it's pretty much never going to happen. Makes the weapon a bit weaker than it could potentially be. But if nothing else, it's a free sun and moon. Speaking of which, aren't the tarot cards still in Soulforge? I'm not sure if they will be next week. However, don't forget to try getting them if you have some spirit gems after this event, if you still haven't gotten them already. Because we have no clue when they're going away. Who knows, maybe we'll do it all the way to the holidays. Because I'm pretty sure they are still in Soulforge right now. I was thinking maybe it would just only be Monday. But, pretty sure they're still there, aren't they? Oh, wait. Never mind, they are gone. Wait, was it really only on Monday? I thought they were still around. Okay, never mind. Hold up. Scratch that. Interesting. Did they do it literally just for the gem sale? That's kind of funny. Did it actually stop the second of whenever the gem sale actually stopped? I would not be surprised. Apparently. Anyways. Where were we? Oh, so hello, Stode. Welcome, welcome. Also, we already claimed all of our awards earlier. We're really on top of this one. The only problem is we are going to run out of sigils. That's not too big a deal because we're getting 3 sigils tomorrow, which was within the plan. Actually, if I did the math correctly, we should exactly end with 0 this stream. Unless we get lucky with a Valraven, in which case we won't. But assuming we don't get another Valraven, I believe we did the math for exact 0. We'll find out. It's either going to be exactly 0 or 2 because we found a Valraven. I'm pretty sure. Because we should be at 430 with 6 left, yes, which means that's enough to get to 490. Which is exactly where I wanted to stop today. So that we can do 500 Deathless and 500 Pure Faction tomorrow. Which is exactly where we're going to end if we don't get Valraven. They were removed about... oh, they were removed last night? I was going to say, because I could have sworn they were still there on Thursday. Interesting. That's a weird time to remove them. Because I could have sworn I saw them yesterday. And I guess I was correct. I did see them yesterday because they just removed them today. I didn't notice that until I just checked now. That's kind of strange. Hopefully they do that again sometime. I'm pretty sure most people who wanted tarot cards picked them up, though, at this point. And even if you didn't, they're not too big a deal. Most of the tarot cards are kind of pointless anyways. However, they are required for some additional kingdom upgrades at some point. But most of what they're used for isn't super high priority to obtain. Most of the tarot cards aren't used for anything particularly good. Could you pin the team to chat? I have it in the video thingy that we just posted. Unfortunately, I do not have... Actually, you know what? There is actually an easy way that I can go pin it real quick. I can go to my own channel and grab it from my own video. Because I can't quite do it with how I have my layout right now on my actual computer. What I can do is go to the video we literally just posted, grab the team from our own video that everyone can reference, and then boom, we'll have it pinned. Let's see. Where is it? Where's the team? There it is. Level 100 to 500. And there we go. Easy as that. I'm using my own video for reference. Let's see. Pin. How do I pin? Oh, yeah. I don't know. What do I name it? Faction? I'm just going to call it Faction. I believe that's the right team. I'm pretty sure I grabbed the right one. You can let me know. I'm pretty sure I grabbed the right one. That'd be a slight fail if I didn't. That should be correct, though. But that's the team we're running for this. Also, why did it not get pinned? There it goes. That was a weird delay. It took like 10, 15 seconds for it to actually propagate into YouTube. Oh, there it is. Super large delay. Also, I really love that background for this kingdom. Honestly, probably is one, or faction. Probably is one of the better faction backgrounds than any of them. Really like the design they did with it. Also, like how it looks different on one side compared to the other, which works really good for how they have the overall layout of a battle. Definitely one of my all-time favorites, at least for factions anyways. But maybe even just in general, it's probably in top 5. Yep, no problem. If you want more teams, the rest of them are on the video we just posted. We posted a team for everything, including pure faction. As well as cheaper teams, or a cheaper team, the single finesse, or I should say the triple finesse. I don't know, that's just such a nice go-to one. It's not the quickest, but it gets the job done, and super cheap, because almost everyone has triple finesse laying around. Because you can get it literally the first week you're playing, so super easy to obtain. It's been a while since we ran finesse though. I feel like finesse is best around like the 100 to 200 range, though you can use it all the way from 20 to 500. But 100 to 200 is where like some of the other teams are starting to get slow, but it still has good speed because of how it distributes its damage. But then after like 200 or so, it starts to slow down ever so slightly. And while it can still function, it does start to get noticeably slower compared to something like this team, which pretty much never slows. Like, it's about as quick at 200 as it is at 500, the team we're using right now. Like, obviously, it's slightly slower as it goes higher, but not by much, because almost everything's an insta-kill. So their stats could be 1,000 and still be about as long as this battle would take right now, even though they only have around 300 right now. Like, their stats are almost irrelevant as long as they don't kill us. As long as we get Iron Gut off before he gets killed, we'll be fine. The issue is when their stats get high enough that your Iron Gut actually dies before he gets a cast. Then that's a problem. Also, how does he have so many Ancient Horrors? Did every single thing on his team resummon an Ancient Horror? Well, I feel like we killed 3 Ancient Horrors this battle. Definitely at least 2. They were literally side by side by the end of the battle. Oh yeah, that would have happened. Do all 3 of them have it? I know these 2 do. Sacrificial Priest and Dolkifer both have it. I can't remember if Medea does. I don't think First Troop does. When are these servers not experiencing degraded performance? Yeah, they have been recently. They have been pretty much all day. I haven't noticed it too much, but the message in game has been up almost all day. Which one doesn't have immune? It was this one, right? Yes, I guessed correctly. Well, that wasn't really a guess. Okay, the rest have immune, however, I still can poke damage. That's a big miss, ouch. A little unfortunate. Oh, I don't have Iron Gut mana. I'm still gonna do this just for the poke. Because if we get a skull follow-up, he's already dead there then. And that's match. There we go. Also, ideally, we want to cast Thrall first. However, sometimes we have to go for Leprechaun. That's kind of the whole reason Leprechaun's even in this team. Is for whenever Thrall doesn't just like immediately have full mana. Which is pretty often that it won't. Which is why we have Leprechaun. Because Leprechaun's that immediate turn 1 mana if we don't have an alternative. Like a 4 times purple on the starting board or something similar. Is it noticeable on console? I haven't played on console for ages in this game. So I wouldn't know. It's been at least like a year, if not longer, since we played the Switch version. I wonder if the Switch version will ever be caught up with PC Mobile. Almost seems like it won't be at this point. I was kind of hoping at some point it would. But still to this day it is not. Oh, so am I going crazy? Why was that not in first slot? Oh, that might have been the first battle. Oh, it was. Okay. I was gonna say, because I thought that thing's in the first slot, but it is, but only on the final fight. On the first fight, for whatever reason, the tank is in front of your lifesteal. But in the final battle, the lifesteal is in front of your tank. I think they might have done that just to make the faction less annoying. Because, gosh, it would have been even more annoying if it was the other way around. So they might have done that for that reason, potentially. Which is actually kind of good that they did do it that way, then. Because that would have been so annoying if the best troop on their team was not in first slot. Because then you wouldn't be able to prioritize it with skulls. Because the way that it is now, you can take skulls to kill out Void Wisp. But if this thing was in front of it, that thing would be, like, unkillable. Like, the pure faction would at least be double as difficult if it was just moved back just one slot, the Void Wisp. Especially if it was all the way in, like, second slot, or third slot, or fourth. Yeah, I have not had any issue with PC so far today. I've seen the message of the degraded performance, however, I haven't actually seen any degraded performance. But mobile and consoles might be. But PC's working fine, if nothing else. Yeah, 300 technically makes it so 500 will be slightly easier. The only problem is you waste a lot of time doing 500. So if you already bought enough stats, it's better just to go straight for the 500. But it really just depends. Oh, so 300's a lot more obtainable too if you're doing just the minimum. I'm pretty sure most people go a bit deeper than that, like all the way to 500. But if you're doing just all rewards, you're pretty much going to be right at 300. Because all rewards gets it at 230. And if you have some extra sigils over the weekend, that should hopefully be enough to reach 300, in which case you could do 300 pure faction. Pretty sure there's some number of people that do that. I don't think it's a particularly high percent, but it is a strategy. Is just go for all rewards and then do pure faction 300 and don't even worry about 500 until later. I'm pretty sure most people who bother doing that just go all the way to 500. Because even if you're setting up for a 300, you normally still go for the 500. You just set up to 300 to make the 500 easier, because you get an extra 0.25 stats per troop that you're using within the kingdom. Not as far as multiplier, but you know the oh I did that fell. Oh, this is actually problematic. Whoops. But the 0.25 to the troop bonus. That was a really weird turn. Not quite sure what happened there, but we won. Bit of misclicks there. Also, we should be exactly at 0 sigils. This could be kind of convenient. Because exactly where I wanted to stop is exactly the amount of sigils we're going to have here. Assuming we don't get a Vow Raven. Which at this point, I kind of hope we don't. Because that'd be kind of funny if we actually end exactly on sigil. Because we're getting 3 tomorrow, so we're going to easily have enough for tomorrow regardless of Vow Raven or not. So it doesn't actually matter if we find one. I was gonna say, that better get full mana. Oh, I should have cast Iron Gut first. Didn't realize he was at full. Whoops. Whoops. But yeah, if anything's gonna make Pure Faction annoying, it's this guy. That guy right there. Oh, I should have went for the armor one first. I don't think it's that big a deal, though. Oh, so far we haven't lost a troop yet. So hope we keep it that way. That'd be funny if we finally go do Deathless tomorrow. And, or, you know, 500 Deathless. And even though we haven't lost a troop a single time, we just like randomly lose one at the beginning there. If we get transformed to something, we could in like these in-between rooms. Oh no, we got a Valraven. Aww. That's unfortunate. Should I just let it go away? No, we'll kill it. Just in case we have struggling with the tomorrow's faction. I don't think we will. But just in case, that's 2 extra battles. So that means we have 4 battles tomorrow to go do it with. Theoretically 5 if I do Deathless in normal faction to make it a little bit harder. Which I might. I might do 500 Deathless in the normal faction without potions. Because this team's easily going to destroy even without potion effects. The only slight concern is always Iron Gut dying then in that situation. Because normally Barrier keeps him alive long enough that it doesn't happen. But we won't have Barrier in that instance. So we get to try it like 3 times, so it might be fine. I might just use the Sigil for it though. I highly doubt it's going to take us 4 times to do the Pure Faction tomorrow. Very doubtful. At most it's going to take us like 2. Or we try one team, we adjust it slightly, and then win after. No, don't you summon. What are you doing summon? What are you doing? Trying to actually win. I wonder if you should prioritize him actually because of the resummon. The thing is he's resummoning at or coming in at quite a low level though. Like I'll go check his magic on this next fight. But I'm pretty sure his magic is only like 200 something. So even though he's resummoning things that are weak. Like really weak. Well, no, not really, really weak, but they're like this amount of strength. Which I guess isn't like super, super weak. But are not as strong as what they will be for the other battle. Not sure why I took that skull, that was kind of pointless. The very final one wasn't needed because we already had Iron Gut for the kill. But I'll go check it on this one because whatever magic it has here is probably what magic it'll have for tomorrow. It only took you 2 tries to get Pure Faction. Yeah, that seems like about how many it should take for this one. Assuming you're using potions. Did I just do that again? I'm not sure why. I keep confusing those 2 lately. That's at least the 3rd time I've done that today. Where I accidentally hit Rock Troll instead of Rock Spirit. In all fairness, they both have the word rock in their name. Hello, Daddy Shark. Welcome. Yeah, I need to double check how much magic he has here. Because this is relevant for Pure Faction tomorrow. What's his magic stat? Oh, only 163. His summons are going to be so weak. That's perfectly fine. I don't know, maybe you do prioritize them first, though. The 2 main priorities you would want to go for first is this, if you have a really good start, because if you can kill him before he casts, you maintain all your barriers. He's also blocked on everything except red, so you can kind of deny him out for the most part. The only problem is you yourself won't be using red. But he only uses red because he's blocked on purple off of the Void Wisp. So it's either him or the Umbral portal. I guess it might still be priority to go for Umbral portal. It's just gonna have so much resummon. Even if the resummons are a bit weaker, it's probably still worth prioritizing its kill when you're doing a pure faction. I also just happened to click him there, but I meant during pure faction. And we devoured everything. Hey, we got 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. We did it. We got a maxed iron gut. There we go. And that's the faction. And we'll do 500, 500 tomorrow. 500 Deathless, 500 Pure Faction. And we'll save that for tomorrow night. Anyways, let's go hand out a code, and then let's go grinding for everything else, because we still got to go do these crowns, which we got some of, 2 of them. Still need the other 8, and all the other dailies. I think we have like an Imperial today, if I saw correctly earlier. Yeah, we do have an Imperial. Ooh, shiny. And some browns. Anyways, let me go hand you guys the code, and then we'll go and mess with everything else. And then tomorrow we'll do Pure Faction and Deathless. Okay, so let's go grab the code. Copy, copy. Oh, why won't it let me grab the thing? That's weird. Okay, cut that. Click save. Please let me save. Thank you. Put that there. Make that bigger. Grab the code section. That's not the code section. That is the code section. Oh, that is also not the code section. That is the code section. I'll click right eventually. Put that over there. Click refresh. Get you guys the full thing. And there you guys go. There is the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says right over here is what we put in for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chat. It's copy paste random numbers and letters start with FD. And it gives the same word as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Somewhere's in all this mess. There it is. And only usable on PC mobile version of the game. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps out a lot and is greatly, greatly appreciated. Anyways, there you guys go. And let me go claim all the Nexus stuff, of which there are a billion. And there we go. Okay, let's go clear out the elites now, as well as finding our crowns. Also, if you've taken crowns every single day, you will actually be done with them on Thursday, technically. And if you did miss some, don't worry, there's 10 days of leeway, which is 100 crowns of leeway. So there's a lot of leeway. Oh, wait, is it 100 crowns of leeway? It's, 10 days is, yeah, 10 days is 100 crowns of leeway. So yeah, there's a lot of leeway. Anyways, I'm looking for where on earth my Phoenicia team is, which I have marked accordingly. Yeah, no problem, everyone. Enjoy. And now let's clear through this, grab our crowns. After we grab the crowns, we might call it a wrap for the night. This is pretty much everything I wanted to get done this stream. Once we get those crowns. And then tomorrow night we worry about Pure Faction. Which is, Pure Faction shouldn't be one of those that go on for too long, but you never know. You can have a weird true damage fight with the weird eye thingy. But yeah, I think priority is going to be kill the legends. And then whittle them down from there. Because my biggest concern with the legend is not that the summons are going to be good, but that he's going to keep summoning the stealthy one. Because that's going to be really annoying if he does. Because I'm not really concerned about any of his summons unless he does the 1 in 3 chance to resummon the stealthy related thing. Because that's going to be the biggest threat in that battle. Luckily, both our stealthy things are 3 if you're running 3. We'll be able to utilize their own stealthy, so they kind of keep it a little safe. Yes, 10 times 10 is 100, I know. I'm not sure why I was off on that for a second. I was like thinking like, oh, you get like 10 per day, but you get in like 2 different instances, but I was like, oh yeah, duh. Because I was thinking like 2 5s, and that threw me off for a second. It's like, oh yeah, that's still 10, isn't it? Because you get them in 0 out of 5 at a time, but 10 per day. which is 100 over 10 days, obviously. Anyways, let's go get those crowns. So we're just gonna go to Cinder Mirage and do Quick Dust Double Kill. If I can find where Nerf Quick Dust Double Kill even is. Somewhere's here with all the numbers. I should change this name again. Before I could never find it, so I put some numbers in it because I kept clicking on the one that had numbers. Now that I made it all numbers, I still never click it for whatever reason. Even though I kept clicking on the one that had numbers earlier. And now that it's all numbers, I don't click on it for some reason. I need to make it something like super obvious. Like literally just make arrows that point towards it. Also tomorrow we're going to be doing a midday stream for a game that's basically a Scrabble RPG deck builder, if that makes any sense. It's basically like Slay the Spire, where you build your deck, but your deck is composed out of like Scrabble pieces that are all letters, and you attack and defend using words, like, you know, actual words combinations. So your deck is composed of various letters, and harder to use letters or do more damage or shield for more. It's a pretty interesting concept. The demo is on Steam, and it comes out in January, assuming it releases on time. So we'll just be playing the demo since it's not actually out yet. It seemed like a pretty good concept, and obviously the demo's free. Only on Steam, though. Seems like a pretty fun concept. It's also has a lot of really nice RPG elements, which is cool. I feel like a lot of roguelikes, especially roguelike deck builders, kind of just drop the RPG elements. It looks like this one kind of keeps it. The art style is kind of interesting. It's really basic, but I'm pretty sure it's like a single person working on it, or a few, like a really small team, which is probably why. Did I play Century Age of Ashes? We never did a stream for it, though I did play it a little bit. It has a lot of issues right now, like even more so than what the beta has. I definitely won't be playing it into the future. I might still keep an eye on it just to kind of see what happens with it. But overall, it's kind of disappointing. Like, there's features that were in the beta that weren't even in it. It's even buggier than what the beta was somehow. Probably because they haven't had any testing for like the last 9 months. And also they've been having some server issues. But I think they've resolved the server issues, but when I was playing earlier, they had a lot of server issues. You were really bad at it. Oh, what? Age of Ashes? Yeah. It's... The control system for it's a little bit... it takes a while to get used to. We have like almost 100 hours in the beta. I think it took us around like 10 to 20 hours before we really got used to it. It's a really weird movement system. Like, it's not necessarily bad. Once you get used to it, it's kind of decent. But it's still a bit of a weird one. Because you move in a rather clunky way, and it's kind of by design, but it just makes it feel kind of weird. I haven't played too many, like, flying games, but I know it's definitely a bit clunkier than quite a few other ones. But I think they did that deliberately to make it easier to run into walls. Even though there's still ways to avoid it. Because they do have, like, wall damage and everything. Oh, yeah, I did it with... I think the game's pretty much unplayable unless you use a controller. Trying to use mouse for that game is, like, insanely impossible. It's like trying to play Fall Guys with mouse. Like, it's just something that people don't do. Because it's a really bad idea. It's just so much harder to move correctly. So I think we almost already have all of them. I feel like we're somewhat close. Pretty sure we're still missing like 2 or something. Yep, exactly 2. Did I call it? There it is. Yep, we're missing exactly 2. That's funny. Oh, that's not where I want to go though. Oops, that's also not where why am I going in there? It's right over there. There it is. Missing the exact number of 2. Yeah, we're doing Pure Faction Deathless tomorrow night. We normally save it for Saturday night. Just kind of been tradition lately for factions. Gives us something to do on Saturday. Since obviously there's nothing new happening. So we'll just throw down the faction then. And sometimes it takes longer as well, though this one shouldn't. I'm pretty sure we could do this Pure Faction within like 10 to 20 minutes. Some of them can take like half an hour to an hour, if not longer though. Depending on how things go. But this one's a pretty tame one overall. Especially with how much potion effects we have. Not too concerned about it. Should go relatively smooth. But if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Also might do a little bit of token farming after we do get these 2 crowns. We're still gonna have a bit of time. I've been doing too much token farming, though we did get an Anu last night, though no Nisha, unfortunately. Also, I might go use a bunch of my medals before the end of this year. Don't want to do it this stream yet, though. Because we have had a pretty big reserve of ultra rare and epic ones, particularly epic ones. Because I haven't been using all of the ones we've been getting from the world events and stuff. There just haven't been that many good troops to upgrade lately. As far as the higher rarities, or even just in general. Now, whenever there is, we normally do it immediately rather than waiting. Also, I already upgraded to 2 faction troops. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Whoops. I was trying to spam click the thing and accidentally took a gem. Fail. Oh, only a Yasmin there. Well, there's 1 to 2 we needed. So we're getting somewhat close to that level. So close yet so far. The only problem with leveling this late in the game is even when it's starting to look close, it's still like forever and a half to get that much EXP. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if how much EXP is left. It's almost an hour of grinding. Like, it looks close, but it's not as close as it seems it is. Maybe not that long. But like just under an hour. Probably how long it would take to get the rest of that level. Though we are using the quickest EXP method right now currently. Not because I'm trying to farm EXP, we're trying to find the single crown. But the quickest method for EXP also happens to be the quickest method to farm crowns. Which is kind of convenient. That is not what I'm looking for. Well, so did I already find him and I just didn't realize? I'm pretty sure we're still 1 short, right? Yeah, I'm still 1 short. We're just trying to find the very elusive final one that never wants to drop, unfortunately. He's out there somewhere. hiding from us, lurking in the shadows. Yeah, PopCap's Bookworm, interesting. Bookworm Adventures. I do somewhat like word games. I'm not like a big like crossword puzzle kind of person. But there is some degree of which I do enjoy games like that. As long as it's not like a really puzzle-based one or a trivia-based one. And the one that we're going to be doing tomorrow isn't either of those two, which is kind of nice. It's more so just word knowledge of knowing words. Also, since they're still kind of in technically early access in a sense, because it's just a demo, we could also suggest words for them to add. If we happen to find a word that we think is a word that they wasn't actually in there. Because I have no clue how you would even program to have that many instances. But I guess there are other Scrabble games out there that have done it before. It just seems like you would need to queue up a gigantic array of, like, absolutely massive array of words. If you're going to have, like, literally every word in existence. But I think there's a cap to how big you can make the word, so it doesn't have, like, literally every single one. But most words are under 10 letters. It took you over 20 minutes to get the last crown today. Ouch. I think our longest was a little over 10 minutes. 20 minutes is kind of unfortunate. That's why I said this might be the last thing we do to stream. Sometimes it does take absolutely forever to find that final crown. Just a thing that happens sometimes. It's unfortunate when it does, but it can happen. I hope they do something to tweak how the final crown works. Because it seems like it scales exponentially out of nowhere. Like, the 9 prior are so much easier to get. Even the 9th isn't even that hard. And then trying to get the 10th is just insane sometimes. It's like it becomes like 5 times rarer, if not more, all of a sudden, compared to the 9th. Like, there's almost no way it's working correctly. Because it just seems so much substantially rarer than the 9th one. Yeah, it'd be fun if we hit our level before finding it. That's how you know it really took a while. I highly doubt that, though. We're probably going to find it before the level. I'd be very doubtful if it was the other way around. Because that means we'd have to not find it for another, like, at minimum 15 minutes, if not longer. Which at this rate might happen. Sure hope not, though. But technically, if you bought the free side, Thursday's the last day you have to do the crown thing. If you bought the paid side, you kind of have to keep doing it until the 19th. But this Thursday's the last day if you're on free side. The reason for this is you don't get any additional rewards beyond having all of them. Whereas on paid side, you keep infinitely getting rewards. Based on how many you do. It's not that much for the extra rewards, though. You could probably just ignore them if you really wanted to. There are a few things that are kind of good there. A handful of gem keys, an orb. You already paid for it by buying the pass, so you might as well do it for 10 more days to get a little extra loot. Because you already paid for the loot, might as well go ahead and claim it. Are you going to reach 1,700 before the end of this year? I have no clue. At this point, I'm not sure. Because our next power grind is during Christmas, and I'm not sure I'm really going to have that much time around Christmas, obviously. I'm not sure. Maybe the day after Christmas, we could literally stream all day. We could potentially do that. Because while I'm doing stuff on Christmas, I don't believe I'm doing anything the day after Christmas. So we could potentially make it a day-long stream. The only problem with that is I have to record a bunch of stuff on that Monday. Because that's the last full day I'm going to be around until I go on my trip. Oh, we got 4 gem keys from that. Nice. But we'll see. But yeah, I'm not sure if we will. Oh, we finally got him. Not sure if we will hit 1,700 before the end of the year. Would be nice to. The only issue is how much time that is to grind. Yeah, so I got the crown already. At this point, I think I'm just going to keep going until we get that level. We're already so close, I kind of just want to go all the way. Even though we just got the final crown we needed. And with that, we got Imperial on the free side. And some more copies of the pet. Not enough to max it yet, though. When do we get to max the pet? We get to max the pet on the 48th one. So next Wednesday. We can max it. Anyway, so that's done. However, I'm going to keep grinding. Because I'm going to keep going until we get this level. What's the name of the word game you just mentioned? Oh yeah, we'll be doing it tomorrow on stream. At noon tomorrow. It is called... Good question. I keep forgetting its name. I should probably download the demo so I stop forgetting its name. Because if I have it in my library, I could just reference it. I'm trying to go all the way back to see. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. It eventually has to backtrack all the way into it. Okay, maybe not. Words can kill, I believe it was. Let me see. Words can kill. Yeah, words can kill. You can't buy it yet. It's just a demo. I'm not sure how much content the demo even has, but we're going to do the entirety of the demo tomorrow. Assuming it can be done in one stream. I assume the demo is doable within 5 hours. I'd be very doubtful if they have that much content in the demo. The longest demo I think I've seen recently is the demo for Age of Calamity, where you could play it for like 3-ish hours, I think, before you kind of hit a wall. And even then, you can kind of keep grinding. You just would run out of new content to do. But I have no clue how long the demo is. We'll find out tomorrow. Do I like Electric Ghost? I have no clue what it is. He's a Gems of War YouTuber who does pure faction things. Oh, interesting. I don't normally look up too much Gems of War content on YouTube, oddly enough. I probably should, given that that's literally what we do. It just in the past, there hasn't really been that many content creators, and the few that were in like other languages. Or they came and went. Because a lot of them that like started doing it and then went away. Like, Key Lime Pie, or what was his name? Key Lime. That one guy who I forget his name. Who kind of had a word kind of like Ketris. I can't remember his name, though. And a few others. Obviously, Salty, too, you could theoretically consider on that list. She used to stream the game every Monday, and now doesn't. But there have been several that have come and went. Let's see. Let's get that one down. Hello, Stefan. Welcome. You have 7k Volt keys. Oh gosh, that is a lot of Volt keys. What is the fastest team to open them? Good question. I'm pretty sure Phoenicia with Black Manacles is the quickest way. So Black Manacles, Phoenicia, Leprechaun, Mirage Queen. Run with Sunspear. Or something very similar. Because if you have enough damage where casting both Phoenicia plus Black Manacles or another similar weapon is enough to kill, then that's going to be the quickest method. I'm pretty sure that's the quickest, isn't it? It's this team right here. Troops, Phoenicia, or where is she? So it'd be, so this team right here. Set to, well, I guess you could technically do it as Slayer as well. I currently have it set to Slayer. Sunspear would be slightly more consistent though. And if you're going to be doing that many battles, you might want to do it with Sunspear. I'm pretty sure that's the quickest. It depends how much damage you have, though. I'm pretty sure it just goes the quickest. But yeah, 7,000 is a lot. Gosh, it's going to take a while. But yeah, you cast the Leprechaun. You get both of them up. Euthanasia, your Black Manacle, and that should be enough to kill. If it doesn't, that method is not worth it. If it is, then that's pretty quick. And hey, we got some gem keys and orb. Come on, blue. That is not a blue. But I'm pretty sure that's the quickest way to do it. I am pretty sure. Just a standard Phoenicia team. Though you might want to set it to Sun Spirit just in case. But I currently use Slayer for it. The main reason for Sun Spirit is if the battle happens to go longer than 4 turns, you have Red Storm the whole time. Just in case. But there you go. Anyways, let's go get that level. Let's keep doing Cinemirage grind. Switch back to Dust Devils. Somewhere's in here. There it is. Oh, you have all the damage? Yeah, I would assume you would after 7,000 Vault Keys. Gosh, that's a lot. You probably have like literally everything in the game by now almost. And if you don't, you will after opening those keys. That's for sure. That's a lot of Vault Keys. I don't think we've ever even owned that many total, counting every Vault Key we've ever owned. Because I currently have like 1,800. I'm pretty sure we've opened like 5,000 or so. Probably closer to 3,000, I want to say. It's hard to keep track. So I've probably only ever even gotten 5,000 Vault Keys, counting what we currently have. Total across Vault Keys existing. But to have 7,000 spares is quite a lot. It's going to take a while too, because even the team I just showed, I think you're going to get like 2 wins per minute. Which means you're going to open about 120 per hour. So what's 7,000 divided by 120? We're talking like multiple days. That's a very long time. That's like what? If you did it for 10 hours every day, it would take you... Okay, my head just completely failed on math. Wait, so 7,000 divided by 120 goes in... Like what, 50 something times? Like 58? Somewhere's around there? I think I did something wrong. 60? My brain doesn't want to do math right now. I think it's around 60. So that would take around 60 hours. So yeah, if you did it for like almost like 10 hours a day for an entire week, it would get done. But somewhere's around like 60 hours or so. Oh wait, was I right when I said 58? Okay, I wasn't wrong then. That sounded correct, but then my brain failed. Like it kept carrying a bunch of things over, and then it stopped working. But yeah, 58 sounds right. Because that's what I got my first try. I'm actually pretty good at math. I just second guess myself. Yeah, I'm like decently quick at basic math. That's one thing I've always been insanely good at during school. Like when it comes to like entry level math stuff like that, I am like ridiculously quick when my brain actually wants to function. The problem is when it gets sidetracked by a billion other things. But as far as like small quick math, I can do that really quick. One of the things I've always been at least. That's like one of the few things I've been kind of decent at in my life. Is basic math. Not like algebra or anything like that. Like I wasn't horrible at it, but I wasn't like ultra quick at it. When it comes to like basic math figurations, for most things I can be pretty decent. As long as I remember how to actually do it. It's just when you start getting into more complicated math, I do it very slowly. I know in my elementary school, I was the best person in my elementary school, pretty much at math. Though that's a pretty low bar because my elementary school in total had probably like 100-something people. I need to wear the math hat when doing the math. I do have such a thing. We need to bring it out sometime. But yeah, does anyone else have any other questions? Anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Like, as soon as we gain this level, we're probably calling it a wrap for now. And then tomorrow we'll play Words Will Kill or Can Kill at, probably start at noon. If I wake up early enough, I might try it at 10, but we'll probably just do it at noon. Because knowing me, it's going to be noon. So I might as well just say noon to begin with. So we'll do that tomorrow, and then do Pure Faction tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. An hour prior to now tomorrow. That's pretty much tomorrow's game plan. If you're looking for any Gems of War videos on anything that happened today, we covered everything already. So we don't need to worry about making any of those videos tomorrow, which is nice. You just hit 1,000 troops? Nice, congrats, great milestone. Yeah, the mythics are the hard part, unfortunately. Takes a little while to get all the mythics. Though, as long as you prioritize the better ones first, it's not too big a deal. Like, you don't really necessarily need to own all the mythics. It's kind of nice, too. The most important thing is to own one mythic from every kingdom. And own the stronger mythics in general. As long as you have that, you're kind of good to go at that point. Because then you could just build most of the good compositions while also still having a minimum 10 star for every kingdom. Because the first mythic for every kingdom is basically a star at a certain point. You reach a game where pretty much everything's easily at 9 star. And then the only thing bottlenecking you is normally owning the single copy of the mythic. It's also pretty much the first bottleneck when it comes to star and kingdoms. Because everything prior to 9 star, or, you know, up to 9 star is decently doable in, like, your first month or first several months of playing. But then it starts to get hard after that because you need every mythic, or not every mythic, but, you know, one mythic from every kingdom, which is 35 total mythics now that Nexus exists and just got a mythic as of today. Which means there are now 35 different kingdoms that have a mythic. Though Nexus can't be 10 starred until 2 weeks from now. Because there's not enough troops to do it, even if you own literally everything. It's not doable until 2 weeks from now, which is the next Nexus event. Not this Monday, but next week's Monday will be the next, the first time. So it's like, what, 9 days from now? 10 days. 10 days. Anyways, take the green. And there we go. Anyways, we'll call it there. Thank you all so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it as always. As we mentioned, Pure Faction tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now. All the videos and everything today, as far as the mythic and teams for that, as well as teams for the faction, are we done video for earlier today. So you can just copy paste all those. And tomorrow we'll be playing Words Can Kill, which is around noon, which is basically like a Slay the Spire deck builder like RPG, where it's basically Scrabble, where all your attacks and defends are basically just words composed of your deck, which are literally just like Scrabble little consonants and everything, or, you know, consonants and vowels. You know, basically every single thing, every card, so-and-so card in your deck is just a Scrabble piece, basically, and then you form words out of them. It just seems like a pretty decent concept, so we'll be doing that. It's only a demo. It doesn't come out till next year, though. Early next year, probably in January, supposedly. And we'll do it again then as well. But for now, we'll go do the entirety of the demo tomorrow and see what's up with it. I've seen a little bit of it, but I haven't seen, like, the entirety of the demo. I'm not sure how long the demo really goes on for. Maybe it's only, like, an hour or two. But who knows? Maybe there's more content in it. We'll see. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Tribute's ready. Might as well grab that. Definitely feel free to leave a like on stream. Helps a lot. Oh, 27 tribute. That's nice to see. And I'll catch you guys later. I gotta make up for the gems we've been spending lately, like on the faction and everything. But anyways, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Best of luck if you're going to still be trying for the mythic. Don't forget, you can get in the event key drop table today, tomorrow, and Sunday. As well as in 2 weeks from now when the Nexus event is. Only during Nexus event, so don't try doing it during the week next week because you won't be able to. But while it's a Nexus event, she is actually in the event key drop table. So you don't have to necessarily use Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests if you are low on them relative to event keys. So worth considering. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you later.